Paperwork, but I just want to introduce myself real quick. This is Supervisor, and this is MSP. He's got a dog and another one of my partners, but if you want to go inside, you can sit down a sec.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
You able to get all your cats and dogs? The cats had to stay in that fence. I don't want to take the litter box, but they're locked up and I can move into a different one. Alright. That's a few of you guys. Otherwise we could throw them in the car, but that might not be right. So just a quick form, I filled out part of this just for time. The worst nurse in the world. I never had a friend. Feel free to read through this. It's self-explanatory, not meant to trick you up at all, but that's me, partner, and then the MSP sergeant. Whenever you like, you can just sign.
Everything's going down the kennel.
Do you want to switch his truck or go back?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
My name's not.
Let's start with the
Getting
house.
ready to gear up for school in the spring.
I'm not
Oh, yeah.
against it. I recognize
Just like I said,
that that
dog,
laptop
was an article in the paper where Flint and a dog OD'd on a
And I have that.
cold.
Hard up here.
We'll start
Yeah.
here.
Be alright
Only
after that.
because-
Yeah,
Did you
took
ever
my
have
ICU
that?
already, stayed there for a few hours.
Okay, so
Yeah.
would you consider that as
Soak it up a little bit.
Yeah.
then we should be fine with it, but maybe not.
Yeah. Don't get too many of them, but
Yeah.
everyone's like,
Oh, that's
maybe
actually what I'm
one or
gonna
two a
ask you
year,
about.
if that.
Like, there's
Yeah.
some stuff that I know isn't his, like there's an ex-Cedar in my nursing graduation clothes in there. You guys are gonna like take stuff that I know.
That's not the plan at all.
Okay.
And by the direction of MSP with the dog, we'll go in and see what we can see, just
Here,
we can
over
check
the high
places that
school
we
now.
know to be
I heard
compromised. We'll remove all the
700
electronics
kids
from
didn't
the
show up
room
for
and
school
then bring
today,
them in,
and but things are pretty quiet. Yeah, extra
whatever else. So if there's
SROs and
things
stuff
you
out there,
know
but
for sure
I don't think
we
they
have
necessarily
involved,
have anyone.
feel free to
So I-
either remove
my
those
kid
or
is sending
put them
kids to
somewhere
school.
where you know the dog's going.
and
And then also there's a
they're sending
USB
us
drive
videos of their classroom.
in there that I found in his pants pocket like 6 months ago, and he said it was from work. And I plugged it in and there's nothing
Like,
on
is this
it,
a
but I
video
thought
about
it was weird.
kids
because
whose
it was a
parents still
maintenance
move
man.
them?
Yeah, it's kind of covered some, but especially if you've already seen it, there's nothing on it, then.
Well, I don't know if you deleted it, I don't know.
We were, something happens every 2 seconds.
I appreciate
Yeah.
your time. I
Yeah,
know
they
this
got a
is
ton of
kind
people there today.
We'll have 20 people coming right now with guns. Guns.
It's
You're like, you don't have 20 people.
No, I-
Yeah, it's something that I'm sure you weren't anticipating,
No.
but we're here for you, so get it figured out.
And for the record, just so everybody knows, and I know you guys don't care, but I did wait a year to introduce him to my daughter. And we
That's
waited
alright.
4 years
Yeah.
to move in together until we were married. Like, I didn't just
Hey,
share up with some random dude.
I talked to him too, and he has that smooth talk about.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, so don't feel at all that we're judging you, and I know
Well,
you're doing
I
the best you
sat
can.
around and thought when I see dudes money for this stuff, I'm like, how'd you not know? He looks like a weirdo, and that's what I thought when I seen him during it. I'm like, he looks like a weirdo. How'd I not know?
That's alright.
Anyway.
You're
We
doing
do.
the best.
I do these search warrants all the time, like a couple times a week with my dog, and this happens all walks of life. I mean, you can't pick out who it is. These people are.
Like so careful, and I thought I did everything right. It's just heartbreaking to know that my daughter, both my kids, could be this way.
But what's most important is the second you found out about it, you called us, which we can't say for everybody. So I'm really glad you did that. Perfect, so.
I don't know who he thought he was dealing with. He knows how I feel about these people.
Good. Any places in the house that were not accessible by you that you would say was only under lock and key for him?
No.
Okay. Where it's
It's just this floor?
Yes, and all of his stuff the day after I reported him ended up in the garage, so that's where all, like, his clothes and belongings, I packed them all up in trash bags and threw them out there, so.
How many bathrooms you have?
2. This one is the kids. Ellie predominantly, like I said, but Ryan will bathe in there a few times a week, and I'll use it like once a month or something to bathe, because that's our only bathtub, and then we have the walk-in shower in there.
Sounds good.
Is there anything that's been moved out of the ordinary that now that you look back at it, that looks different than anything in the past?
The only thing was, when I found that camera box and told you guys about it, I took that vent down to see if it was in there, and it was unplugged, the fan was, and I thought initially that I had pulled it down and unplugged it, but I looked at it about 13 times because I don't trust myself, and the next time I went and did it, I realized it wasn't connected, so honestly I think I was here that day I reported him, because when I had his phone, he would not leave the bathroom, like he wouldn't leave the bathroom, and when I found what I found, I walked in the bathroom and looked at him and said, "You're going to bleep in prison?" And then walked out and called 911. Because I really thought that was illegal. On what planet is that anyway? He would not leave though, and my parents had stopped by coincidentally during all this, and so my dad was sitting here, and I came back in and I said, "The cops are on the way," and my dad got up and left, and then like 3 minutes later he left. So I think he probably pulled it down, and I should have stayed in here to make sure, but why would I think that?
Yeah, I wanna.
Where's the box at? You still have that?
In my car, you want me to grab it?
Yeah. Does it show a picture of it or anything, like what it is?
Yeah, I found the one on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
The exact one.
Just so we can
It doesn't actually
see what we're
show.
looking for.
Yeah.
What room do we want to search?
Yeah.
So if you guys want to help, like, she finds anything with a circuit board. So anything electronic. So if we just go through these rooms, we just put it on the bed or something like that. Just put electronics on the bed or whatever. Alarm clock, stuff like that. And then
So just so you know, when he stepped out, he said that the dog surface for anything was like a circuit board on it. So
Okay.
any like alarm clocks, things like that. So if I move those, put them
Yeah,
on the
whatever
bed.
you
Just so
guys need to do.
just so you know why we're moving the things around like we are.
Here's the psych paperwork telling the doctor that I'm crazy and for no reason. That's I have a screenshot of the exact one on Amazon and the review. Somebody else reviewed it, and it's the box, same box. That's how I know.
Is there any date on anything?
Yeah,
Came in that box or
5/5.
anything? So that's
Yeah.
that was what that came in.
I mean,
We don't
I
know.
assume this was ripped up in
It's in
here.
there. Okay.
And I know at the same time we ordered a baby bottle because I nursed my daughter and I went back to work. This was delivered the first weekend I was back at work after maternity leave. So I think it came with that.
Okay. You said go ahead and do that now, but you want to find your
Yes.
stuff on it? Okay.
Free search. All the electronics on it.
My daughter left her drawing tablet on her bed. And she said she took that. Sorry, that's where the tax are. The other one is not real good.
The other one is here.
Yeah, they were both. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Just let us know when.
Yeah.
Well, like TV and such, just leave that one.
I think so. I think I leave that up on.
Like a TV, let's just leave it on the.
Yeah, no, you can leave the TV.
Just leave that.
TV.
Yep.
Are we doing everything? Like over in your room, everything?
Yeah,
as
whatever
well?
you guys
Okay.
want. Whatever you can find. Oh, here we go.
Not a whole lot of electronics out.
Oh, just so you guys know, there's a revolver in the bathroom cabinet, but I unloaded it right before you got here.
Okay.
And this, in my bathroom cabinet, not the kid's bathroom cabinet.
Is that yours or his or
It's mine.
yours? Okay.
Yeah.
What was on their side here? Is that
Laundry room.
Is that locked or-
In there.
okay? I don't know if you had dogs or something
No.
tucked away
mine
somewhere.
won't knock it out. Merry Christmas, everyone. Sorry your job sucks. Having to do this every day. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I don't.
Did she say we're looking for an SD card itself too? Or just the camera?
I think
Or
mainly,
the camera?
I think it's mainly the camera. So I don't think they have anything necessarily that says.
Oh, no.
Because I was leaving, he was staying there, so quick pull and I'm chatting there.
You said you found the same one online?
Yeah. I have it. That's her review, so that's how I know.
See, there's just a glare on the window there too. That's all right.
Well, no, maybe I shouldn't get it.
We should have dumped everything tag-wise there.
Were you ever able to pull anything out from that tower or whatever it's called that he tore down, you know?
From the computer?
Yeah.
No. Well, I know that they attempted, but I don't know what the outcome.
Okay. Because the only weird thing was 2 years ago. Oh.
Is that this truck up here?
Yeah.
That we drove? You know what? Your name model is?
2019 Ford F-150.
While they're doing this, you wanna go look at that real quick?
Did you find something?
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. You can stay here if you want to, but I just need to gain access to it real quick.
And this has been going on for at least that, right?
So she pulled that snap into place kind of thing.
Yeah, they do. They're kind of like spring loaded. So you can kind of just pinch those two little wires, stick on the end, and it goes in. You have to have somewhere for the camera to be, right? I mean, you can stick it.
Toilet and a mountain with a toilet close
Oh,
to a
okay.
tub, so I
Oh, alright. Which I haven't seen.
I would love to find out that it wasn't that bad about anything,
Yeah.
find that out.
Would Ellie know?
Yeah, and even if Ellie, if she's seen it and can say what the bathroom looked like as far as.
If we got a picture of a bathroom that's clear like that, we would work to see where it was at, right? So if it was clearly this
They-
bathroom, we would know.
Well, so what happened when I found that, I tried to call Ellie, but her phone went on voicemail, so I called there, and he's the one who told me that they had just cracked that phone,
Okay.
and that they found a picture of, and he had me send him pictures to send to the tech guy or whatever.
Okay.
Of the bathrooms?
Yeah.
Right, so we would line them up, and if it
Yeah,
was
they
here,
didn't
then.
confirm to me, but I assume.
You know anything about a picture of a bathroom with a toilet close to it? Does it match any of these?
Our detective down at the internet, Crimes Against Children, he believes that the picture found was more of like a home improvement camera, where you might put a camera through like some drywall to try and find a wire or something. He didn't see anything that was indicative
So it wasn't
of-
like an event, but it was.
He didn't say either. He just said it wasn't an obvious attempt to surveil somebody without their knowledge.
That cat that just ran that way, at our old house used to get in the vents, and we lost her in the vent one time. So we did buy a snake camera, but if it's this bathroom, that's not the case, because there's double-sided sticky tape on all of our vents.
Okay.
And I'm guessing in your mind what you're picturing is a clear shot from the top of a bathroom that you could see anybody in there is what they found. And what she's kind of describing is it's almost like, and she described it to me earlier, I didn't know that's what she was talking about, but almost like you're like fishing it down a wall to like look for wires or something. It wasn't like, this is really careful set up over the top of the toilet type of thing, so.
Really?
That's what.
I really wish they would have said that, because I've been losing my, but what's with the hidden camera? See, none of it makes sense.
Well, right, I mean, there's a lot at
What
work
is with the
here,
hidden camera?
but
Well, we can, Ellie can go back and try to find that image, and then we'll have our body cam footage of your bathroom, and so we can see, she can see if it matches or doesn't match, and kind of take a look at it for herself too.
I appreciate you guys doing this, but I really think if there is anything in there or anything anywhere in this house, he took it with him. He obviously bought it with a memory card. I found that much, and I don't know. What the hell? I say what the hell to myself about 50 times a day. Because
yep, I absolutely agree with you.
Now these are just alarm motions. Or
Yeah.
this one in the
These
corner?
were all installed after he left, because I was
Oh,
scared
okay.
he was gonna come back.
Alright. You don't have any issues with that at all?
No, when I found the camera, Officer Price from the school told me to change a Wi-Fi like, I am so not technologically, like, I have my phone and
Yeah.
I'm like, great, he's watching this. Hopefully not. Hopefully he's just sitting at home while his dad's home ratting.
Is there cameras on that, or is it just sensors for
This
motion?
is sensors. That's the only camera
That's
in
the
the house,
camera.
and the nanny cam in the bedroom for Annie. Then I have two on the outside. But it's not going. It only picks up if the system's on. And if it's not this bathroom, like I said, it might be our old one, which is set up pretty similar with a toilet close to a tub. And I could probably find a picture from our listing from that house.
How long have you been here?
We bought it in September of last year. This is actually my grandpa's. He
Oh,
passed
okay.
away. And we bought it mostly for the land. The intent was to build an actual house.
Oh, so you own more than just what the yard is?
Yeah, it's like fairly big chunk here. I own it, yes.
Yeah.
He is not owning it anymore. Wild somebody would go and do such a thing after just buying a home and having a baby and wonder what kind of, because what they found it on, that laptop has been broken since we met. So allegedly he went from not doing anything to after Annie was born, which is even worse in my opinion. Sorry, I just meant probably too much.
That's fine. You?
I actually just got fall pictures. I gotta print them out and put them up.
Yeah, it's starting to probably tear around the house and
Oh, I know.
making a mess out of everything. Yeah.
I know. I tell people I just baby-proof the whole house so she can just get into whatever she wants and she's safe.
Yeah, we just gotta keep moving everything every couple months a little bit higher.
Yeah.
A little higher. Must leave the Christmas tree alone though.
Those are all non-shatterable dolls. So she pulls them down. I let her know. I tell her all the time, "You're lucky you're my second kid."
First one when I had the luxury.
Yeah. Did you guys want to go through that garage where all his stuff is? Because if he was hiding something,
We just did.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am. So, didn't find anything. I know that might not feel a whole lot different than if we did. But, we went through that, I tossed that truck, I mean, you know, it's not many hiding spaces there, it's pretty clean. So, I don't at all want to dismiss your concern,
yeah.
but I think at this point we've done everything that we can.
I appreciate you guys coming. I didn't realize, the way it was described to me, the picture found on that phone was like over top. Like an event.
It's hard to say, but knowing that Detective Van Ree is an expert, and he deals with this sort of stuff, sort of like Sergeant Cardenas, all the time. So that's all they work. So I'm confident in his assessment that he could not confidently say that that picture was a camera intended to surveil somebody without their knowledge. And I have seen those, plenty of them. So I don't...
What's with the hidden camera?
It honestly could be used for a lot of things. We, at my house, I've used not trail cameras, but like fishing line type of camera to find a wire to move a thermostat.
Mark might have been a maintenance man, but my dad did all that kind of stuff.
Listen, like I said, I don't want to dismiss your concern at all, but we at this point have left no stone unturned.
Have you searched his house? His dad's house? Like whatever he took? Because he took out of here a blue bag full of crap. I don't know.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough for that. But we did anything that was on his phones, his iCloud, his computer, all of it. We've searched it, and I have not found a shred of evidence that indicates anybody from your family was involved.
He was AI and
Well, and I
pictures
saw...
of a 12 It's freedom of speech or whatever that's covered under, but
That part is illegal. You cannot create AI images of juveniles involved in sexual activity or child trafficking or any of it, but we didn't find that. And like I said, I'm not saying you didn't see that, but I'm saying we didn't find it. So
it was the first thing on his phone.
yeah, even if he was searching under an incognito browser, we don't have the image. Now that if we would have found 5 more images or 2 more videos, that wouldn't have changed the charge. I mean, he was charged with aggravated possession of child sexually abusive material. So that the difference between those 2 things would not have changed his charge at all. We got him with the most that we could have.
I understand that, but if there's
Yes, ma'am. And when you see the judge for those custodial rights or child visitation, just make sure you're voicing those opinions.
is there
Their burden of proof and their decisions are made separate from ours. So I'm confident that any judge will come to the same conclusion as you have. Like it's, hello, right? Like you can see how easy one would be connected to the other. But as far as charges and evidence, we don't have enough. But like I said, if that does change, if all of a sudden he wakes up and wants to have an honest conversation, not the conversations that he and I had about, I don't know anything about anything, believe me. Like
I've heard of that before.
yes. So, I appreciate your time and you cutting out of work.
If I can find that computer monitor, whatever that he tore down, the rest of that, you guys want that? He never threw anything away, so he either has it or it's somewhere.
The monitor is of no help.
Not like whatever is in the.
If you've got something, give me a call. And we'll work through that. And I'll talk with either Paul, Detective Van Ree, or Detective Day. And they are experts in those sort of things. And I want to make sure that we have all the evidence that's available. There's nothing else right now.
Okay.
That makes sense. Do you have any other questions or anything else we can do for you while we're here?
I appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah, I know it's tough, but we're here for you.
It's just gross.
Yeah, it's a lot of things, but sorry to muddy up your beautiful floors. Look at you. This will be perfect. Yeah, perfect practice.
I appreciate it,
All right,
guys.
you have a Merry Christmas, dude.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.